I'm indebted to my good friend Jim Smith, formerly of Central Arizona, who told me this story. Long years ago, when I was a little boy and rode the range with the men, tending the cattle and helping with the roundup, I used to look forward to the rest stop under the wide spreading branches of a most beautiful tree on Ash Creek. How we used to enjoy it and admire it with its uniform shape and its thick green foliage. How we came to look forward to it, to depend on it, and almost love it, as we came to think of it as our very own, having been planted there for our comfort and to satisfy our needs. Its green coolness was a haven of protection for the birds, which made their nests in its branches and perched upon the outer twigs for their chorus rehearsals. The cattle sought out its cool shade in the soft, pulverized, unrocky ground under it for their afternoon siesta. And we thirsty cowboys always made a stop to get a cool drink from the canteen, perhaps to play mumble peg for a few moments, and to stretch our tired, cramped limbs for a few moments as we rested from the hot Arizona summer sun. As we lay on the soft, cool earth on our backs and looked up into the tree, we saw high in one of the limbs a little sprig of mistletoe. It stood out in contrast from the grayer leafage of the tree and was not unattractive in its dark green dress with its little whitish berries. I imagined I could hear the gigantic tree saying to the little mistletoe, "Ah, little friend, welcome to stay with me. In my great strength, I can easily spare you a little of my sap, which I create from the sun and the air and the water under the creek bed. There's plenty for all, and you in your smallness can do me no harm." My friend Jim Smith continues, "Years later, when I was a man, I again came up Ash Creek, again driving cattle. Imagine my consternation and sadness to find the beautiful tree of my adoration dry and dead, its long jagged branches reaching high like the bony fingers of a skeleton. Not even an uninhabited bird's nest graced its forks. No cattle lazied under its branches, no foliage covered its grim nakedness, and no welcome was there to traveler or cowboy to take shelter under its nude wretchedness. And already its limbs were being hacked away by woodcutters. The infinitely beautiful tree of my youth was now the ugliest tree on Ash Creek. In seeking for the cause of such devastation, I saw hanging from the limbs of the tree great clusters of mistletoe, the parasite of the tree. The translucent glutinous berries perhaps had been carried by a bird or the wind. The stickiness of the berry served to attach it to the tree limb or host plant until germination was complete, the little sprout always turning toward the point of attachment. And as I pondered, this thought came to me: how like the little mistletoe is the first cigarette or the first drink? How like this predatory plant is the first lie or dishonest act? How like this parasitic growth is the first crime, the first immoral act?